Hi, in earlier classes we have studied the working and construction of SCR. Now we want to study VI characteristic of SCR. Okay. In this article we will draw and explain the VI characteristic of SCR in details. And the VI characteristic is the curve between anode and cathode voltage V and anode and cathode voltage V and anode current I of the SCR at constant current. Okay, and the VI characteristic of a typical SCR. And this is the this is the symbol of an SCR P and PN. Okay, and I have already studied. Okay, this is the graph of VI characteristics. Now I can later explain, but uh, I want to first I want to some term. Okay, okay. Important points about the VI characteristics of product characteristics. That means if anode is positive with respect to the curve between V and I is called product characteristic. Okay, the forward characteristics of SCR at I is equal to 0. If the supply voltage increases from 0, a point reaches point A when the SCR start conducting. Under this condition, the voltage of the SCR suddenly drops as shown by dotted lines AB curve AB. Most of the supply voltage appears across the load resistance R. If the proper gate current is made to flow, SCR can close as much smaller supply voltage. I want to say that this is the forward region. When current is start flowing, that means when Ig equal to 0, okay, Ig equal to 0, then gate trigger on. Then here the conduction is on, and suddenly when increase the forward bias, when increase the voltage, suddenly a voltage suddenly a drops of voltage, a heavily drops of voltage, then this maximum voltage is called break over voltage or knee voltage. And this holding current is that okay, this holding current is the maximum current by which the SCR is turned on state to off state. That means when if we suppose I consider 5 milliampere is a holding current, it means the 5 milliampere when anode current is less than 5 ampere, it's that means the SCR is turned off, and when greater than 5 milliampere, that means it will be conduct. Okay. And reverse characteristic. When anode is negative with respect to cathode, the curve between VIK is known as reverse characteristic. The reverse voltage comes across SCR when it is operated with AC supply. If the reverse voltage is gradually increased, at first anode current remains so small that is indicated current, and the some reverse voltage avalanche breakdown occurs and SCR current heavily reverse acts as well. The curve T. Okay, maximum reverse voltage SCR current start conducting heavily is known as reverse breakdown voltage. That means I want to show that this is the leakage current. This amount of current is leakage current, and when it increases gradually, then suddenly a high current is absorbed. Then the voltage in which a suddenly change in current, then it's called reverse breakdown voltage. Okay, and this small current is known as small current is known as leakage current. Okay, same like forward characteristics, reverse characterization, SCR normal operation. That means how behaves in normal operations. In order to operate the SCR normal operation, the following points are kept in view. The voltage, the supply voltage is generally much less than the breakover voltage. The SCR is turned on by passing appropriate amount of gate current, a few milliampere, not by breakover voltage. When SCR is operated from AC supply, the peak reverse voltage which comes during negative half cycle should not be exceed the reverse breakdown voltage. Okay, when SCR is turned on from the on state, anode current should be reduced to holding current. If a gate current is increases above the required value, the SCR will close at much reduced supply voltage. Important terms in VI characteristics of SCR. The following terms are much used in study of SCR. Breakover voltage. Breakover voltage, it is the minimum. It is the minimum forward voltage gate being open at which SCR start conducting heavily and turn on. That is turn on. That means it is the minimum voltage required uh, being gate being open. Gate is no gate have no any voltage. Okay. Gate being open at which SCR start conducting heavily. I want to show you. It is the minimum voltage. Okay, gate being open, here gate being open, then it's start conducting. Okay, it start conducting here, then it voltage is breakover voltage in forward region, forward characteristics, and peak reverse voltage. And more about the breakover voltage. This, if the breakover voltage of an SCR is 200 volt, it means that it can block a forward voltage, that is SCR remains open as long as voltage is less than 200 volt. If the supply is more than this value, SCR will turn on. That means if okay, you can understand it. In practice, the SCR is operated with supply voltage, okay, less than breakdown voltage. It is turned on by means of a small voltage applied to the gate. Commercially available SCR breakover voltage is 50 to 500 volt. Okay, I want to explain that when gate being open, okay, when gate being open, a minimum required voltage to SCR turn on is known as breakover voltage. Okay, when some gate voltage is given, then a little less amount of voltage is required to turn on the SCR device, because that means when gate voltage is increases, this breakover voltage, that means breakover not the turn on voltage. Okay, turn on voltage is reduced. Peak reverse voltage, PRV, it is the maximum reverse voltage, cathode positive respect to anode, that can be applied to an SCR without conducting in reverse direction. PRV is an important consideration while conducting an SCR in an AC circuit. During the negative half cycle, AC reverse voltage is applied across SCR. That means if PVR is exceed, then the reverse, then avalanche breakdown voltage, then SCR will damage if external circuit does not elevate the current. Okay. That means PVR is an important term to know to save the circuit. I can say that save the circuit, because PVR, when PVR is higher than avalanche breakdown, then SCR will be damaged. And commercially available SCRs have PVR rating up to 2.5 kilovolt. Holding current. I can also explain holding. I can really explain the holding current. Okay, it is the maximum anode current gate being opened at which SCR is turned off from on state. When SCR is in conductorless, it cannot be turned off even if gate voltage is removed. In conducting state of SCR, it will be continue in conducting mode even the gate voltage is removed, because of the flow of electron from the P to N, N to P, and P, N to P, P to N, from to J1 to J3 to J2 and J1. Okay, and the a conventional current flow from the J1 to J3. Okay, the only way to turn off or open the SCR is to reduce the supply voltage to almost zero, at which the point the internal transistor comes out the saturation. Open the SCRs. Okay, the anode current under this condition is very small, few milliampere, is called holding current. Thus, if an SCR is in holding current of 5 milliampere, it means that if anode current is made less than 5, the SCR will be turned off. Okay. Forward current rating. It is the maximum anode current that can be SCR is capable of passing without destruction. Maximum anode current that an SCR is capable of passing without destructions. Every SCR has a self value of forward current which it can conduct. If the value of current exceed this value, the SCR may be destroyed due to intensive heating of junctions. Every SCR has a set value of forward current which it can conduct. If the value of a current exceeds this value, the SCR may be destroyed due to intensive heating at the junction. And okay, because of this forward current rating, we know the SCR how much the maximum current is flowing through that. For example, if an SCR has a forward current rating of 14 ampere, it means that the SCR can safely carry only 40 ampere. Any attempt to exceed this value will result in destruction of the SCR. Okay. Commercially available SCRs have forward current ratings from about 13 ampere to 100 ampere. Okay. Current fusing I squared T rating. It is the product of square forward surge current and time of duration of the surge. Surge means a sudden powerful upward and forward movement. That is a forward current. So why this forward surge current? It is the product of a square forward surge I square forward surge current and time of duration of the surge T is the time duration of the surge. Then circuit fusing rating indicates the maximum forward surge current capability of the SCR. For example, considered consider an SCR having circuits fusing rating of 92 ampere square second. If this rating is exceed in the SCR circuit, the device will be destroyed by explosive power dissipations. Okay. Thank you guys. Please like the video and share the video. Okay.